Hello everyone, this is Diego, and this is the second video on the series about GBIF and how we are using this for our classes. So now I have talked to the different groups and you are gathering data already. So you are using the guidelines I gave you on the previous video, using the Occurrences tab to look for diversity data on the group that you're targeting. And today I'm going to show you how we are producing the maps, the distribution maps, to be used as a reference for the discussions in our paper. So for that, I am using the RStudio software. There are different ways for you to draw maps. This is not necessarily the best way for you to draw maps, but for our purposes, I believe that this is one of the easiest ways that we can have at hand. So I'm gonna be showing you how I've been doing that. So if you want to try, you can follow this tutorial. The first thing that you need to do is download RStudio to your computer, and then you're going to be able to use it. R is basically a programming software, so you have to set up the commands and the prompts that you want the software to run for you. But I'm going to show you just one way of doing that, but you can basically play around and look for other packages and other stuff to do your own originally designed maps and originally designed graphs overall. So once you download it, let's just minimize the screen here. We are going to open the software, and the software looks like this. Once you open it, you're going to have 3 to 4 environments inside of the main screen. This one, in this case, we have 3 environments. I'm going to open a new one. This one is basically the console, is where you run your analysis. Here we have the environment where you can see, let me just clean this up for us. You can see the data sets that you're using, the parameters, the variables, everything. And here we are going to have the files, organization, and the plots. One thing that's interesting for R is we are going to run some scripts that you have to write. But once you have the scripts, you can just organize a file like this. So here you can see that I have my project. So everything that's in this screen it's saved to this file here, the project. Then this one here is my script. So if I run it, I'm going to open in a different R screen here. This is the script that I have written. It's available on the description of this video here. So you can save it to use it later. Okay, so you can just, I'm going to explain what it's written here, but basically the comments are there. You just change the variables so you can get your output. Also, here I have my CSV file. So remember from the previous video, when you download the distributional data for your analysis, you need to save it in a CSV file. So it looks like this. So in this case, we are looking at some coral samples. So I took the genus name and I have the latitude and longitude data for each one of the points in our table. And it is saved as a CSV file. Good. Once you have that, you can open your R screen. And here are, as long as the files are in the correct format and saved to the same directory as the project, you're going to find all of the files that you need here on this file window. So here I have the project, here I have my CSV file, and here I have also my script. This is the script I have written. Let's open it. So when I click it, I'm gonna get a new window here. So this is the window for the code. Okay, so my script is here. And I can rewrite it if I need. So I can make corrections here as long as necessary. and after I do that, I can resave it, and then we have an uploaded and updated file. So it starts. R works with these packages, which are basically going to tell what the software needs to do. And these packages are devised by people around the world. You can just Google it and search for packages that are appropriate for the kind of graph that you want to create. In our case, we are using this 5 packages here. So you have to run, when you click, if I put my cursor here and click on run, I'm going to run this command here, and this command install package, it's going to basically install the package that is within the brackets here. I have installed all of these packages already, so I'm not going to do it already. But like if it's the first, I'm not going to do this time. But if it's the first time you're doing this on your computer, please install all of these 5 packages in there. Once you have the packages installed, you have to call for those commands so you can use it. You can do that by using the command library. So I'm going to do library for the packages maptools, for the command maptools in the package maptools, and for this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I just call these 4 commands to my software. After that, then we can start playing with the data. So inside of the packages, we have a layer for the maps with this name. Okay, so I'm calling this data, this layer here for the world map, and now it's here. So you see that here in the environment window, I can see what is already being used for the plots that we are going to produce. So we have here the world map spatial polygon data frame, which is basically a layer, a map layer. I'm also going to read my CSV file. So to read my file, I use the command read.csv, and within brackets, I put the name of the file there. So when I run that, here it is. So this is all the data that I got in my CSV. It's down here. I can just run through this and see if everything is okay. See that I have specific names for the latitude and longitude columns. This is going to be important later. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attribute all of this information. I'm going to translate it into a variable called occurrences. So just to make things easier for us to use, I'm going to put all of this data inside of this variable called occurrences. There we go. Once we do that, you see that the program is running down here, and our variable, our data, now it's here. So I have this variable occurrences that contains 7,691 observations of 3 variables. The variables that we have here are basically the 3 columns. So the genus, decimal latitude, and decimal longitude. Okay, once we get that, then we can start plotting on the map. So I'm going to use the command plot using the layer that we have set before. And once we click that, you're going to see that here on the right side, if we go to plots, we are going to see that layer plotted. So the world map is here. Now I want to plot each one of these occurrences to this map. To do that, I'm using this command called points. Within the command, I can do further comments on it, and I have to teach it. I have to teach this function what I want to be plotted on the map. So to do that, I open parentheses, and I use this command here. So within our dataset occurrences, I want to plot the decimal longitude variable, so the decimal longitude column, as the longitude. So the first one that comes here is the longitude. And then within the same dataset occurrences, I want to plot the latitude as the decimal latitude column. You see that I have this mark in between occurrences and decimal latitude and longitude that indicates that this is a variable within this dataset, and this is a variable within this dataset. Once I have set those, I can set the color of my plots. I want it to be red. It can be other colors as well. And then the format and the size of the points. Let's make them a bit bigger. So maybe 0.5 or 0.3. Okay. Okay, so when we are happy with that, we can just run this command, and you're going to see that the points are going to be plotted on the map. There we go. I can then export this map. I'm going to export as a PDF. Map, and save it to my directory. I can choose where to save it. And I can zoom in to areas of interest if I want. So let's say that I want to look at the map in Japan. So I can just choose here the X and Y coordinates limits. And then when I run this, we're going to see only the map of Japan, and I can again plot my stuff over it, and then we have just a detailed information of what's happening in Japan. So basically, that's the overall idea. This code that I'm using, as you can see, we can just change this variables, the things that we are asking the program to run. So you can do it based on your own information. But R is not that simple to understand like this. Probably if it's your first time using it, it's better for you to run some tutorials. But just for you to know how the maps have been created, I've made this video. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.